So what I'm going to teach you is going to radically improve your ability to resolve conflict forever. Now that I'm reading that seems a little bold, so I'm going to edit that. What I teach you is radically going to improve your ability to resolve conflict over dinner this evening. You're going to need to pick up some materials to review for later when this really becomes relevant when you're arguing. So there's two psychologists, Gottman and Rappaport. They have a conflict blueprint that is clinically proven to work. So when couples come in and say we're getting log jammed about the same issues, this is what we teach them as how to resolve conflict. Because the research shows that 60% of the things that you argue about are going to be perpetual. You will never solve them. They will always be there. It's your job to be able to work through them, like whether to have another child, when to retire, what city to move to. Those will always be issues that you may not agree on. 60% of the issues that couples have are perpetual. They are not meant to be resolved. They're just meant to be discussed. So here's how to do it. First, you have to communicate your feelings as soon as you can, no matter how little they seem. Communicate your feelings as soon as you can, no matter how little they may seem. Now, nudge your partner if they want to. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Nudge them. Knock them out the seat. Because here's a lot of nudging going on, a lot of nudging back and forth. Holding your feelings in is the worst approach. It is the worst approach that you can possibly have. Avoiding conflict, in the words of Charles Barkley, is terrible. It's terrible. If you do it, you get an F-. Here's why. So when we look at couples and we try to figure out, all right, what's the most difficult couple to work with? So there's three types of couples when you start talking about conflict resolution. So couple number one, all right, they both go towards one another. All right? So if I have an issue, you have an issue, let's talk about it right now. No pause, let's play, let's go into it. Raise your hand, that's you. We're going to talk about this right now. We're going in. All right? Second type of couple. You have one person that wants to resolve conflict immediately, and you are married to someone that wants to avoid conflict because they don't want to rock the boat. Now don't raise your hand because I know you're in the room because only two people raised their hand on the other one. Now the worst couple, the couple that is hardest to work with, is the couple where both are conflict avoiders. Because you cannot even bring up the issue to even try to resolve it. However, what doesn't come out stays in. And what stays in usually results in an argument later. It's called passive aggressiveness. So it is better to bring up 5 little conflicts versus 1 huge conflict. Because what happens when you load up, you end up blindsiding your partner. Because all these issues that you haven't talked about all of a sudden come up. So for instance, one day I was on CNN. Does not happen all the time. So I told my wife, baby, I'm going to be on CNN, watch me and tape me. So I can look at it when I get home and add it to my media file. She said, yes, baby, I'm so proud of you. I get home, I said, baby, how'd I do? She said, ooh. I forgot to watch it. I was watching Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz's wife was watching Dr. Oz. But I ain't saying anything. I took it like a man. You know how you take it? I was like, all right, surely if she didn't watch it, she taped it. No big deal. I'm not insecure. I said, all right, cool, baby. Let's just watch the tape. I want to see how it looks. She said, ooh, you know, every time I watch Dr. Oz, I tape Dr. Oz. So I watch and I tape Dr. Oz. Baby, I'm sorry. I said, nah, it's cool. So, like Rev here, my wife takes pride in her cooking. Takes pride in her cooking. And so I'm eating dinner, but I'm silent. Usually I'm like, baby, this is wonderful. This is wonderful. I'm purposely being, I'm gonna go ahead and put myself out there. I'm gonna sacrifice myself so y'all don't have to, all right? I was being so ignorant, I was being purposely silent so she could ask me why I'm so silent. All right? Baiting her. I was baiting her big time. She was like, babe, what's wrong? Baby, what's wrong? Baby, is something wrong with the food? It's a little salty. A little salty. She says, oh, that's hurt my wife's feelings too. It's a little salty, and I said, I'm not really a big kale guy. Not really a kale fan, and this fish, I want something new. Try something new, but I'll eat it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So my wife got so mad. And she says, I cannot believe you. I cannot believe you. I said, well, why don't you go cook for Dr. Oz? He probably love it. He probably love it. He probably say succulent since you watch him and tape him every day. So we had a huge conflict, because I didn't bring it up when I first walked in the house. I should have said, baby, that hurt my feelings. I'm on CNN like once every other year. And Dr. Oz is on 3 times a day on every station. And you watched him, and you didn't even marry him. You watched. I should have said that, and it would have been done. But because I held on to it, it was a bigger issue later. And so here's what happens with the other person. When you hold on to all these little 5 issues and make it into one issue, you don't do conflict resolution the right way. And you end up blindsiding your partner, and you start making them have paranoia. You start bringing up an issue, and they say, oh, we talking about issues? All right, I don't like your mama. I really don't like your job. The way we making love, it was good last year, had been good in 6 months. And they just go in, and you be like, what marriage have I been in? We made love last night. You said it wasn't good. Well, 6 months ago, we had an anniversary. I got you pregnant 6 months ago. None of that was real. What's real? I don't know. And say, I love you, baby. But you love me, or you just saying that? Because 6 months from now, you can say you really never loved me. You have to abandon this, and you have to say the issue when it's little, because you have a better chance of resolving it. So later that night, I went in the refrigerator and ate every last bit of what my wife cooked, because it was good, boy. She heard that microwave going like, no, it's nasty. Leave it in the refrigerator.